Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Also today in this segment, I'm at Harrod Veterans Memorial Park in Harrod, Ohio. Harrod Veterans Memorial Park is located on the intersection of West 2nd Street and North Main Street in Harrod, Ohio. On the east side of the street has a display of a memorial when veterans were in war, including a helicopter, a tank, and even a cannon. Also, the west side of the street there is a gazebo, a few benches, trees, and even an old lumber office. The park also features a steam locomotive that hauled logs and a caboose once used by the New York Central and the mergers, but painted as an Erie caboose. What you see right behind me is Georgia Pacific 19. Georgia Pacific 19 was built by Lima Locomotive Works in Lima, Ohio in 1905 and is the 1568 steam locomotive built by that factory and is a 3-truck Shay type steam locomotive and is a Class C steam locomotive. This locomotive was originally used by the Tioga Lumber Company and worked on the Strouds Creek and Muddle T Railroad, which was controlled by Tioga Lumber. It was originally number 2 for the Tioga Lumber Company. For many years, this locomotive hauled logs. In 1916, it was sold to the Birch Valley Lumber Company, but kept its number. In 1925, it was sold to the Studden Company in Hookersville, West Virginia. Then it was sold to the Cherry River Bloom and Lumber Company and was still number 2. After passing through a series of different owners from 1944, it ended up on the Buffalo and Galley and was renumbered 19. In 1957, it was sold to the Elk River Coal and Lumber Company in Swandell, West Virginia, and retained its number. In 1959, it was sold to W.M. Riddler Lumber Company and kept its number. In 1960, the W.M. Riddler merged to the Georgia Pacific and the locomotive was used by the Georgia Pacific. In 1964, it was sold to the Dry Gulch Junction Inc. in Wytheville, Virginia. It operated there till 1972. In 1978, it suffered a throat sheet crack and the cost of repairing it was far expensive for it. In 1982, it was then sold to a Florida shipyard owner in Tampa, Florida. It was later bought by a North Carolina dealer who sold it to American House Incorporated, an organization created to preserve Lima history and cultural heritage, who transported it from Mossy Head, Florida to Lima, Ohio. The effort to create a museum to the Lima Locomotive Works finally ended in 1996, and the Auglaize Township Historical Society bought the locomotive. In 2000, it was sold to the city of Harrod, Ohio, and was dismantled and transported to this location. Today, it is preserved here at Harrod Veterans Memorial Park in Harrod, Ohio, where it can be seen on display today, and also you can visit the locomotive's cab and even sit where the engineer and fireman used to sit as well. What you see right behind me is Erie C21093. Erie C21093 was built by New York Central Railroad Shops in Rochester, New York in 1963 and is a bay window type caboose. This caboose was never actually used by the Erie Railroad. It was originally used by the New York Central and numbered 21084 and was used behind freight trains many years ago as the train crew's office when being used on the railroad. Then in 1968, when the New York Central Railroad and Pennsylvania Railroad merged to form the Penn Central Railroad, it retained its number. In 1976, the Penn Central merged to Conrail and the car still kept its number. Then the car was retired in 1990, and in 1991, the Auglaize Township Historical Society asked Conrail for the caboose to be displayed in Harrod, Ohio. In 1993, it was moved by rail to Alger. Then it was moved to Harrod, Ohio, and it was repainted as if it was an Erie caboose. But like I said, this caboose wasn't used by the Erie Railroad. Today, it is on display in this spot at Harrod Veterans Memorial Park in Harrod, Ohio, where it can be seen today. Okay, you can see right here is a switch stand, and it's basically a pump stand, a pump switch stand, and you would move it up and down like this in order to switch the points, and now here it is today. Okay, you can see right here is a crossing signal light, and I think it's been used around this area a long time ago, or probably somewhere else, and it was used to alert pedestrians or traffic when a train's coming. Now here it is on display in Harrod, Ohio, where it is today. Well, I hope you all enjoyed learning about trains with me today in Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Also, I hope to see you all again in the next segment. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, the subscribe button is just down below the video screen. And if you didn't give the Facebook page a like yet, here's where you'll want to go. And if you didn't give the Instagram page a follow yet, here's where you'll want to go as well. Also, be sure to get your merch at teesprings.com. The link is in the description box below, along with the Facebook and Instagram pages. And remember to subscribe to the Train Guy. So this is Matthew Lapp, host of Matthew Lapp Train Guy segment show. Sign out until next time.